Both Detective Skaggs and Galina more pursue the investigation, separately for now, employing different methods. Skaggs, as always, follows a systematic approach, while Galina relies on intuition and unconventional tactics. As we enter the scene, Detective Skaggs sits at his cluttered desk, meticulously organizing files and photographs related to Councilman Riggs' death. A computer screen shows a list of phone records and financial transactions. Skaggs is muttering to himself, "Follow the money, find the motive." He highlights a series of suspicious transactions and begins making notes in his notebook. The methodical click of his pen punctuates the quiet, focused atmosphere of the room. Meanwhile, Galina is sitting on a park bench, coffee in hand. Her demeanor relaxed but observant. She watches people passing by, her eyes lingering on particular individuals who seem out of place. A young woman, who seems anxious, sits nearby. Galina strikes up a conversation.
Busy day, isn't it?
Tell me about it. Ever since, well, tensions are high everywhere.
Galina nods, sensing an opening.
I heard Councilman Riggs was a regular around here. Did you ever see him?
The young woman hesitates, then nods. She then replies.
He met with people often. But I'd see someone different tagging along sometimes. Didn't look like his usual crowd.
Galina's interest is piqued.
Different how? In what way?
More like watching over him. Just in case?
Galina nods, absorbing this new information. She knows it might be a potential lead. Skaggs, deep in concentration, follows a lead on his computer. He's on the phone with a colleague in another department.
Hey, thanks for the update. Keep me informed if anything shifts on those accounts, okay?
Skaggs hangs up, looking over a map of the city pinned to the wall. Red pins mark locations of interest. Skaggs says to himself, "Let's see who Riggs was visiting." He starts to connect the dots on the map, each pin revealing a pattern of Riggs' interactions across the city. Galina continues her unconventional investigation, snapping discrete photos of people who might seem suspicious. Her phone buzzes, and she checks a new message from a contact. Confirmed meeting with mystery man. Usual time, cafe by the river. Galina's eyes light up. This could be a crucial link. Skaggs finishes up his current line of inquiry, a look of determination on his face. Skaggs grabs his coat.
Time to pay some folks a visit.
Galina arrives at the Riverside Cafe, taking a seat with a good view of the entrance. She watches as people come and go, her instincts on high alert. As she waits, she takes notes and reviews her snapshots, preparing for any opportunity that might arise. Detective Skaggs is seated at his desk surrounded by stacks of files and folders. The dim light of the office lamp casts a focused glow over a series of financial documents spread out before him. Skaggs leans back, eyes narrowing as he reviews highlighted bank statements and wire transfers. A pattern emerges that links multiple accounts under various aliases. Skaggs comments to himself,
"Well, Riggs, what were you hiding?"
His attention zeroes in on one particularly large transfer funneled through an offshore account. He picks up his office phone and dials quickly.
Hey, Dave, I need a name check on an account. Yeah, these transfers are unusual, definitely not personal spending.
He pauses, listening intently as he taps a pen against his notepad.
Right, send everything you've got on it. Thanks.
Skaggs hangs up, his suspicion mounting. He grabs his coat, determined to dig deeper. Meanwhile, Galina sits at a table in the public library. Her laptop is open, displaying various newspapers and online articles related to development projects Riggs was championing. She jots down notes, scanning articles for anything that stands out. One headline catches her eye: Councilman Riggs advocates for major infrastructure deal. Galina's phone vibrates with a message. She reads it, eyes widening, confirmed. Riggs connected to shell companies linked to city contracts. Galina whispers to herself,
What were you into, Riggs?
She immediately gathers her things and exits the library, a determined look on her face. Skaggs returns to the station, greeted by his colleague, Dave, who hands him a thick envelope.
Got the info you requested. Kept it off the record, as you asked. Appreciate it. Could change everything.
Skaggs returns to his desk, flipping through the contents of the envelope. Evidence begins to take shape. Financial irregularities, shell companies, and a list of insiders benefiting from redirected funds. Skaggs' gaze hardens as he realizes the complexity of the situation. Skaggs says to himself quietly,
No wonder someone wanted you out of the picture.
Galina steps out of a cab, arriving at the steps of City Hall. She heads toward the records office, determined to cross-reference her findings. As she approaches the entrance, she spots Skaggs emerging from the building. They exchange a look that's both challenging and intrigued.
Hey Skaggs, got something that might interest you.
Skaggs pauses, folding his arms knowingly.
Same here. Seems Riggs was playing a very dangerous game.
Galina nods, handing him a printout.
I found a trail leading to embezzlement linked to city contracts. Same path you're on?
Skaggs takes the printout, glancing over it with a faint smile of appreciation for her instincts.
Looks like we've got more in common than we thought. Let's dig deeper.
They stand there for a moment, acknowledging that despite their different methods, they've uncovered a significant lead together. The next day, Detective Skaggs sits at his desk, surrounded by evidence boards filled with photos and documents related to Councilman Riggs' murder. A new stack of files is delivered by an admin assistant. Skaggs thanks the assistant.
Let's see what twists we've got this time.
He opens the files, revealing names and details about individuals connected to Riggs. Two names stand out: Martin Clark, a political rival, and Jess Turner, a disgruntled ex-employee. As he studies the documents, a knock on the door announces Galina's arrival. She enters with an air of purpose.
Hope I'm not interrupting, but I've got something you'll want to see.
Galina places a folder on Skaggs' desk, and they begin reviewing her findings together. Images of Martin Clark at events where Riggs was present, notably giving heated campaign speeches opposing Riggs' policies. Documents show a history of aggressive political maneuvering. Alongside are records of Jess Turner, a former assistant fired a month ago under dubious circumstances. Rumors of blackmail attempts and public outbursts are noted.
Martin Clark definitely had motive. Public feuds, policy disputes. But still, murder's a big leap.
And Turner? There's a history there: disgruntlement, revenge. Maybe pushed too far if rumors hold any truth.
Skaggs leans back, thinking.
Let's dig into their alibis. See where the cracks form. One of them might slip if we push enough.